Good day everyone, I am Nilda Miguel, Principal of Masapang Elementary School, Victoria District, Laguna, Philippines. My study is entitled School Leaders' Resilience Amidst Pandemic of Victoria District, Laguna. But before I go on discussing my study, I would like to share with you what a resilient leader is. A resilient leader is a person who can recover quickly from difficult conditions and he can see failure as just a temporary setback. He maintains his positive attitude and optimistic outlook no matter what struggles he is facing and always finds a way to move forward. Research has proven that resilience is an important trait for individuals, especially when they are in leadership role. The striking question being heard most of the time whenever a school head gets a chance to share own work and personal life stories, knowing the great responsibilities being put into their shoulders, plus the hassle and the bustle of the profession, it is no doubt that this kind of question is something that can be commonly asked to any of them. In the context of having too much to do and much to prepare, undeniably, school heads and administrators are the first ones to spring to mind. Amidst the public health emergency brought about the COVID-19 pandemic, the Department of Education is committed to ensure unhampered delivery of basic education services to its learners and the community. In line with the constitutional mandate of the state to establish, maintain, and support a complete, adequate, and integrated system of education relevant to the needs of the people, the country, and the society at large, it is in pursuant to Section 2, Article 14 of the 1987 Constitution as reiterated in the Republic Act 10533 or the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. As this study would like to explore aspects in which school leaders can thrive in the challenging time like COVID-19 pandemic, the principle discussed by Patterson and Cahill in their book, which was published in 2005 entitled Resilient School Leaders Strategies for Turning Adversity into Achievement. It provides 6 strengths that will enable resilient leaders to powerfully influence organization culture. The first one, accurate assessment of the past and the current reality. Positive views of the future, true commitment to personal values, strong sense of personal efficacy, wise investment of personal energy, and of course, the last, courage to act on convictions. This is where my study was anchored. The paradigm of the study shows that a school leader must be resilient at all times, especially now that the country is facing devastating event that challenges various sectors, including the field of education. There are 4 factors or areas that under the school leader's resilience, namely promotion of community cohesiveness, sustained communication, welcoming feedback, and attention to mental and psychosocial health. These factors must be taken into consideration for the school leader to effectively and efficiently adapt in the face of adversity. The following persons or group of persons will be benefited in this study. Number 1, the students. Academic achievement should not be affected by the existing pandemic. Resiliency of school heads is a great factor so that each learner will be able to finish their studies this school year 2020-2021. Teachers, knowing the path of the school through the resiliency of the school head, will still achieve a better learning outcomes from the students and a better school performance. For the school heads, leading the school is not that easy, especially in this time of pandemic. Resilient leaders direct his organization in the right path, even facing challenges in education. And the last, the parents. Every parent longs to have their children completed their studies and not to miss a class. Lagging behind in lessons will not be anymore their problem. As we move forward to construct our new normal in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, we must therefore recognize that along with the economy and healthcare system, schools are an essential third pillar in promoting community resilience and rebuilding communities' physical, economic, emotional, social, and cultural health. This study employed a mixed design of quantitative and qualitative approach in doing research. Quantitative because statistical treatment was applied in finding out the level of the school head's resiliency, and qualitative because according to Creswell in his study, which was published in 2003, he described that qualitative research claims based on constructivist perspectives, uses strategies of inquiry, and collects open-ended emerging data with the primary aim of developing themes from the data. The table shows the mean level of resiliency of the school heads in terms of promotion and cohesiveness, sustained communication, attention to mental and psychosocial health, and welcoming feedback. The 4 items all corresponds to the rate of the 17 school heads in Victoria District, Laguna. All items received a very high level of resilience rating. Overall, the school heads received a very high level of resilience rating, which is 4.43, which means that the school heads are doing their tasks to adopt in the new normal. For the school heads' promotion on cohesiveness, community among teachers, learners, and stakeholders, the first theme being developed about the school leaders' resilience is that school heads can promote community cohesion by engaging families and stakeholders in all the programs. For the school heads, sustaining communication and continuous delivery of important information, the second theme being developed in this study is that school heads establish a direct line of communication through different platforms. As for school heads welcoming feedback, which was gathered and dealt with to provide action or solution, the third theme being developed in this study is that school heads track the performance of every student. With regards to school heads' attention to mental and psychosocial health to be prioritized in this time of pandemic, the fourth theme is that school heads conducted virtual seminars about mental and psychosocial wellness. Mental and psychosocial health is very important and must be prioritized to prepare the teachers, the learners, and even the stakeholders physically and mentally, along with our efforts to combat the epidemic. The following recommendations are given to the target persons. The first one, the school heads. School heads should live up with the challenging times by continually improving and implementing their school's learning continuity plan as the pandemic in the community still prevails. For the district supervisors, they should continue to provide technical assistance and professional advice to school heads under their care. Cheering school leaders up and providing moral support is a must-need action from them. So as school leaders would not feel they are alone in rowing the boat. For the Department of Education, they should provide clear-cut agenda for a certain period, implement them rigorously, and make a necessary evaluation before shifting into a new scheme. Considering the base manpower in the system, the teaching force, is an important consideration because they are the ones who are implementing the learning continuity plan of every school. And they are the ones who are in front of the battle in terms of providing quality education to the youth. They need the provision of modules, they need trainings, they need adequate materials and the likes, in which if these would not be supplied in due time, they might experience low effectivity and low efficiency in terms of their performance. And for my reflection, the life of a school leader is not necessarily a stroll in the park. He's going to have issues that will cause him some struggles along the way, but will make him also develop his character. Since a school leader cannot escape adversity, what he needs to do is to improve things that need to be reinforced and to be a leader with substance. No organization can stand without a leader, more specifically, a resilient leader. During times of adversity, a resilient leader will not be disheartened. Instead, he is motivated to turn challenges and problems into achievement. He leads and inspires teachers, learners, and even the community to work hard and help each other despite having their competence challenged. A resilient school leader influences the stakeholders of the school personally and virtually. He functions well in difficult times. Again, this is Nilda V. San Miguel of Masapang Elementary School. Thank you for being with me, and God bless us all.